Hi, and welcome to my very first podcast episode. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for listening. My name is Ragna, and as I said in the intro, I'm a Norwegian soul trip witch, writer, spiritual teacher, and tarot reader. And I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so excited to start this podcast. I've been looking forward to this for a long, long time, so it's awesome that it's finally happening. And in this podcast, I will talk about a lot of different spiritual themes, about how you can have a healthy spiritual practice. And I love to answer your questions. So today I already got some questions on the email podcast at Ragna's Spiritual Corner. Please send me your questions about spirituality, spiritual themes, or if you want a free tarot reading. I also give some free readings in every episode. So yeah, and I'll guess I'll have some. It's a lot of questions that have come in, so I'll probably have some own episodes with only Q&As as well. So, but I'll take some of the questions that has been sent in today as well as one tarot reading. So that will be at the end of the episode. So just keep listening. Yeah, and today, when you're listening to this, it's April the 1st, 2022, and today it's an awesome, powerful new moon in Aries. So I want to talk about the moon today. I just couldn't, it wasn't any other option really. I just had to talk about the moon when it's this awesome new moon. And working with the moon, with the phases of the moon, has really changed my life, to be completely honest. And it's really been a powerful and super effective practice in my daily spiritual practice. So I work with every new moon, every full moon, and I kind of plan my my life around the moon phases. So it's not coincidence that the first episode of my podcast is launching on April the 1st in with this new moon in Aries. And it's pretty awesome. We'll get more into details later, but I just want to give some background on this. Back in 2018 was when I first started working with the moon phases as a part of my spiritual practice. And I can't talk about the moon without mentioning the book Monology, which is written by the awesome astrologer Jasmine Boland. She is pretty awesome. On the YouTube version of this podcast, I'm showing the book, and I will also have some links in the description of the podcast and on the YouTube episode as well. So you can find these books. They are super awesome. I love Jasmine. I've also been on a workshop with her in London in 2019. She is brilliant. And the way she, like her mission with Monology is that by working cyclical, working with the phases of the moon, you get more flow in your life. You get many new starts with the new moons, and you get a lot of releasing, healing with the full moon, and healing with the new moon as well. And it's also, especially with working with the new moon, you get so many new starts, so many opportunities during a year. Like this year, we have 13 new moons. That means 13 new chances to get things done, to get your plans done. So I really recommend her book. She's also made some awesome oracle cards. I think she has a new deck as well now. I only have the first deck, Monology. It's only called Monology Oracle cards, but it's really cool. And another thing she does every year, and you have to be early to not like they get so easily fast sold out. She makes these monology diaries. So I this is like my Bible for every year. I need these. They are yeah every year, and I use them almost every day with my personal planning, with my business planning, and I do write a lot of articles about the moon phases in the Norwegian spiritual magazine Medium. So these are like my go to whenever. So, and I really recommend this. Like you can use your own diary as well, and just do some journaling there as well. But this Moonology diary, they have like a complete overview of every new moon, every full moon, and how you can work with that specific moon, even like in much more detail. Like she puts all the other astrological elements within it. So yeah, I really recommend this. So, but today What is really special about this new moon in Aries is that this is like a super, super new start. It's a new possibility. It's like Aries is, it's like a new year somehow. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. So it's like a fresh start with manifesting. So if you're completely new to working with the moon phases, the new moons, manifesting with the new moon, this is a perfect day to get started, my friend. So if you haven't worked with the moon earlier, it's perfect. Or if you have worked with the moon earlier, this is a perfect day to kind of review, look how the last year has been, what kind of goals have you reached, what you want to keep working with, what you want to release. So that's why I call this episode Make a Wish with the New Moon in Aries. So, but just to get some simple monology principles first, if you're completely new to this, the idea is to follow the moon's phases. Like when it's a new moon, you don't see the moon on the sky. It's completely dark. It's hiding between behind behind the earth. So she's kind of resting in the dark, just getting organized, getting her plans sorted, maybe doing some tidying. She's just relaxing, filling up her energy, and then she's getting ready to get into the light again. So, and the energy builds up all the way until the full moon. So she's just planning, setting intentions when it's a new moon. I'm just talking about the moon as a female. Like for me, I call her Grandma Moon. So, um, or Bestemor Måne in Norwegian. And like she's getting ready, she's planning, she's setting intentions, she's dreaming, she's kind of, yeah, contemplating. And then the energy is building. She's getting more and more into the stage light, if you can call the sunlight stage light for the moon. And by the full moon, she's completely like emerged, like she's out there. It's full of energy. She has completely overview of everything. Maybe she sees that something needs to go, and then she kind of releases. She's forgiving herself and others at the full moon, and then she starts to kind of ease down until the next new moon again. So at the new moon, it's a perfect day, like energetically, to make wishes, like make a wish list. So, and that's why I also call this episode Make a Wish List. And dream big, set intentions, be out there, like dream big. So, and also reflect over what you have, maybe what you have accomplished since the last new moon. And on this particular new moon in Aries, I encourage you maybe to make two wish lists. One big wish list, which is like super big goals, like dream big, make so big, like write down your dreams and your plans, make so you get like almost embarrassed of yourself. And please, like, don't, like, sky is the limit, so don't hold back. If you wanted to be a writer, you wanted to be a millionaire, you want that Rolls Royce or whatever what makes you happy, or you want to change job or career, like whatever, just make that wish today, and put it on a own list, like a big list. Like this is like uh, your big plans, your big dreams. What have you been dreaming of since you were a kid? Dreams. So, and put them down in a own list, and maybe just keep them because you can maybe these wishes can be for your lifetime or maybe in a year in advance. So by the next new moon, which is next year, I think it's on the 22nd or something, March next year, 2023. Um, see what you can accomplish in 1 year, kind of make a little competition with yourself. Aries is like this competing energy. It's fiery, it's brave, it's really head on. So how can you use this energy to reach your goals in a year? So that's one list. And then you make a more um and these are the kind of lists that I make every month, where I use this monology diary. But you can also make it in your, like in your journal. Just write down your new moon wishes with the new moon every month. And this list is a bit more practical, hands-on. Okay, what can I do to achieve parts of my big goal? Okay, maybe if I want to be a writer, I want to by the new moon in Aries next year, I want to be a published writer, which is a dream for many, and including me, so, to get out the book. So, okay, how can you work with this new moon then? Okay, with this, now I got get the courage, the fiery energy from the Aries, the sign of Aries. Okay, so every day I will, no matter what, write in 15 minutes until the next new moon. Which is actually this month as well, which is also awesome, people. We have a second new moon in April, on April the 30th. Then it will be in the sign of Taurus. But when it's two new moons in the same month, it's called the black moon, and it's kind of it's nothing dangerous or scary about the black moon. It's actually, you get like a new chance. So April is an awesome month to work with manifestation, to start working with these new moon phases, and to really, yeah, get your dreams going. Get some energy into your dreams, get some energy into your plans. So yeah, so okay, by April the 30th, I will write 15 minutes every day. That can be a practical hands-on goal. And when you're writing these, so that's the second list. That's more practical. Okay, what kind of actually achievable, like the big dream, it's also achievable, but it will probably take a bit longer to get to become a published author. But you can actually write 15 minutes every day by prioritizing that time, by prioritizing your life, maybe doing some gentle organizing, reorganizing in your life. You can do that quite easily. So that's the kind of wishes or intentions I would like you to do on that second list. So do that, and take the list up again at the next new moon and see what you have achieved, and maybe what you want to keep working on the next new moon again. But before you work on any of these lists, it would probably be nice to do some meditation, ease down, reflect, do some thinking about where have you been the last year. And I had really fun yesterday before I recorded this by looking at last year's Monology diary for 2021. And I saw I saw one of my biggest wishes for this next year was to launch a podcast. Like, I did some podcast webinars, and I was getting ready for this to make a podcast happening. So that was my big wish, that within a year, within the next new moon in Aries, I would have released a podcast, and which is so cool. It's actually happening. So things do happen, dreams do happen. So even though it took a year, but still it's out. I recorded this episode before the new moon in Aries. So it's pretty cool. So it felt really awesome to kind of check that off. I finally launched a podcast, and it's on, and I've yeah, and also that I've much of my content is now in English, for example, was also a wish that I made last year. So it's cool. It took some time, and we needed some adjustments during this last year, and it's not only been fun doing all these changes, but it's been really interesting and um rewarding journey for me. It's been really fun. So, and now it's happening with this podcast. So just an example, dreams do happen. So work with the moon as a part of your manifestation practice. So, and manifestation is really, really powerful. I will have an own episode on that as well. I recommend Mike Dooley if you're new to manifestation and just want a quick kind of like, he's a super energetic guy with this manifesting energy. So and he has some really cool principles to work with, and one of them with this wish list also is that when you write down your wishes or your intentions, write them as they have already happened. So with this, we can take this being a published author example again. Okay, so if you want to be a published author by the next new moon in 2023, you write on the big list, And put a thank you at the start of the sentence, because the kind of gratitude gives your manifestation a higher energy. Okay. Thank you for being a published author. Thank you that I am a published author and my book is selling like crazy. Write something like that and really feel it. Like, see when you write this that you're actually sitting and you're signing books and you're talking to people that are inspired by your book or something like that. And what you want to help people with this book, like, and you achieved what you want with this book. It's already happening, so you're already there. It's already written, it's already published, it's a big success. So think like that when you write the wish list, the big, like, massive wishes, the life visions you have. Okay. So dream big on this major kind of life wishes list. And on the more practical new moon list, you write, thank you for um um thank you for no, I'm grateful that I write 15 minutes every day. I prioritize every day to write for 15 minutes. So write it like it's already happened, that it is it's a no-brainer. Okay, I think you get the point. So, and with another thing, like, these are um, some of the more principles on how you write or how you work with manifestation. There are a bit different principles about it, but I will have a own episode about that. But check out Mike Dooley and check out Jasmine Boland. She also writes a bit about manifestation and how you can work with it in her books and in her Monology diaries. And she has a lot of free content online as well. And if you're a Norwegian listener, check out medium.no, where I write weekly and daily about the moon phases. Then you will have every single moon. And I'll try to manage to do the same on my international page, ragnarspiritualcorner.com. So I also have a lot of free content there as well. Okay, so another, just a last thing about this new moon before I go into the questions that you awesome listeners have been sending me. Uh, the new moon is in Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So it's a new start, as I said, but it's also all about you. What do you dream about? What do you need? What is important for you? This is a me time, just me, 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 me. And it's not being selfish, focusing on your own needs and what you want, what your big dreams are. So this is a time to just let go of all that kind of doubt and uh, self-doubt and fear for what other people think or what other people are expecting of you. To hell with that. Sorry my language. But just let that go, and please just go for your dreams, no matter how big or how crazy or how, yeah, wild they might seem. Okay, it's all about you. Aries is about the self. So what is important for you? So also, before you start writing these lists, it might be nice to kind of, okay, what have I accomplished this last year? What has been important for me? What has felt made me feel good? What does not feel good for me? What do I need to adjust for this next new moon manifesting year? Okay. So I think that's all I wanted to say about the new moon. Please try to work with these lists. It's awesome. It's really fun and it's really effective also to work with the moon. Yeah, like, I am a moonaholic, a lunatic, or whatever you want to call it. It's yeah, it's really been important for my spiritual life and my spiritual practice. And it's a fun way to plan your life as well. So yeah. Okay, I'll probably have more episodes where I talk about the moons, about the full moon and whatever. Like, it's so important and it's so fun. Yeah. Okay, but now I think I'm going to some of the questions. I got this awesome long email from Marie Noor with many really, really good questions. And as I replied to Maria on the email, I can't answer all of them, but I will save them for a Q&A episode. But I think maybe I'll answer the first question. Well, first of all, and it was funny because you mentioned monology in your email. So she also has a lot of like to work with the moon has been really helpful for her spiritual practice. And yeah, so it's a good book. It's this is an investment for your spiritual practice, basically monology. So, but also, Maria, I just wanted to say, like you ask in your email if there is any kind of community, spiritual community, if there was any membership sites. And after your email, I just turned around and I had this membership site, which was called Your Spiritual Journey or Din Spirituelle Reise in Norwegian, which I had last year before I had this major change in my business and I got pregnant and everything. So I had to I swapped from having a Norwegian site and the Norwegian membership site and everything to going on completely in English and international focus. And also I got pregnant and we were renovating and and now we got the baby. So it's been kind of haven't had the capacity to have this membership site yeah, for a while. But now I had this strong dream, Maria. I had this crazy dream. It was so clear to me, and the word that came to me in this dream is was yeah. It's been so weird. Sacred circle, sacred circle, sacred circle membership. So I just had to make a sacred circle. So I started a new membership site, membership which is called Sacred Circle, et samfunn for lysarbeidere, which is a Norwegian membership site for now. We will see if the demand comes. Like, still, it's mostly Norwegian listeners and customers, but maybe in time there will also be an international Sacred Circle. But for now, it's for the Norwegian followers. So, Maria, just check out my website, Sacred Circle. And it's an awesome community with light workers and spiritual interested people where you can come with questions, just be yourself, share experiences. Come with questions. We will have some Q&A lives as well. I'll have some weekly lives where we meditate with the moon. We have some rituals. We share our stories. And I will do my very best to make you feel normal being spiritual. It's so many people that feel a bit alone and a bit isolated when they kind of embrace their spirituality. I will talk more about this in the next episode, actually, where I'm talking about the phases we walk through when we go into a spiritual awakening. So just stay tuned for the next episode where I'll go more in detail on that. So, but just check out Sacred Circle at Samfunn for lysarbeidere. Yeah, so cool. But yeah, Maria, one of your questions were how to build up and strengthen your energy field or to have a protective field. And it's many ways you can do that. It's really important to be like really conscious about your energy. Like if you're into new into spirituality, into maybe new to energy healing, or maybe into new to your intuition and how you pick up energies and stuff, it's really important that you're kind of really conscious on your energy field. And I think by just actually saying that, you get more protection, really. So it's many different visualizations you can use to strengthen your energy field or to protect, to have like a protective field. Personally, I have like a daily prayer in the altar in my office, which you can see on YouTube, which is behind me. I have like a daily prayer where I thank the goddesses, and the gods and goddesses, and the universe, Mother Earth, and I thought, give thanks to my like spirit team, my angels, my elves, my dragon. Yes, I have a spirit dragon. His name is Elvario. We'll talk about spirits, and well, it's so much fun we're going to talk about in this podcast. Yeah, and I talked to my grandma, and and I say thank you for being here with me, to guiding me and protecting me. So that's one way. And I also have like this quick little sentence like thank you for well, it's in Norwegian when I say it like tusen takk for at jeg alltid er trygg, og kun positive, gode og velmenende mennesker, energier og vesener kommer inn i livet mitt. And in English that will be thank you for that I'm always safe, that only positive and well-meaning people, creatures and energies come into my life. Everything else just, yeah, kind of isn't there for me really. So, and it's funny how this works, because after I started being more uh, conscious about this and being really consequent about using this little prayer about just positive energy, I managed in some of my old um, friend circles, or if even family sometimes, that where before were listening to kind of this gossip and stuff and about people, I never hear anything about it. And I don't really, it always kind of goes just it doesn't come into my life with all this gossip or kind of negative chit chat. It just doesn't come, or I don't see it. It's not that I'm being ignorant or anything, but it's not there for me. So it helps. And I promise I've only had loving and really awesome customers. When I was working earlier as an energy healer as well, there only been super awesome customers. Only had nice people on my video readings, telephone readings. So just being kind of consequent with saying, okay, only positive people and energies and creatures come into my life. I think that happens. And one of Norway's most well-known mediums, Lily Bendriss, she's just saying like, I am good, I am divinely protected. Done. She's super cool with that. Like I love Lily. She's awesome. But she's just keeping it simple. Like I'm divinely protected. Done deal. So I can live my life being safe. So that's like super easy way of thinking of it, Maria. But also um, you can use some visualization tricks, like thinking that you're in the middle of a diamond, for example, and that only good vibes come through that shield, and all the other just reflect again. So, or you can be in like a soap bubble or something like that, or in a oh my god, what's it called again in English? Armor. Like you can see this medieval armor that the knights were wearing, like in gold, and they're flashing, and it's awesome. It's the light is flashing off the armor. So that's one way of when I had a workshop back in the start of 2020, before COVID took over the world. I remember one of my um, students on the workshop. She had this awesome armor in gold, and she was unbreakable. So that's one way. Use whatever visualization that works for you, Maria. So try to make it easy, so it's quick and easy to use and apply. Okay. And once again, Maria, thank you for your awesome email. I'm saving it, so I'm going to use some of your other questions as well. And please check out Sacred Circle at my website. So I'll put some link in the description as well. So if you're a light worker, or you're just spiritual interested, which you probably are if you're listening to this podcast, just check out these membership sites. It's only for the Norwegians first of all, but if there are a lot of international people that are interested in joining this circle, I will make an English speaking one as well. Okay, so thank you, Maria, and thank you for your questions. And then I'm going to do a little tarot reading. And today I'm using Tarot Cats by the artist Bunny D. I really recommend her on Instagram. She makes a lot of funny, awesome, decorative stuff. And I love her tarot cards. And I've got a questions from today. I'm answering Astrid Christine Jensen, which wants to know if justice prevails. And that's all about heritage. So I think it's It's some conflict between some family members here. And I'll see what the tarot cards are saying. Just first, I'm going to thank them. Dear tarot cards, thank you for all the wisdom and help that you have given so far. Know that all your wisdom is only used for the better good and to help people as well as my own self development. Please help me help Astrid Christine Jensen with her questions about this heritage. She wants to know if justice prevails. And I'll pull 3 tarot cards and I only read them the right way. I don't read reversed cards. Okay. Show me what is true and necessary for Astrid Kristin to know. Thank you. So, okay, Astrid Kristin. There are some old conflicts here. It's what I'm picking up for you with this matter, with this theme that you have sent to me. So I'll see what the cards say, but this is some old matter, and it will also demand some forgiveness. You need to soften up a bit. It might be that you have been a bit too harsh. So we'll see what the card says. The first card is maybe the most important. And this is 7 of Pentacles, which is your first card, Astrid Kristin. So this means that this is something that has been built up from your family, I think. Like it's been this heritage, it's something that has grown with your family. So maybe it's a family business, or maybe it is some whatever richness is that is in your family. It's been built from bottom up. So this is also some pride in this, I feel. So, and whatever has been started or built in your family will also give great results in the family. So that's maybe why you're also wondering if justice prevails. It's a bit dramatic, like that it comes into the hands of the right people is what I'm picking up here from just this email question. And it will need a change of your way of thinking. The second card is 6 of Swords, and that is all about taking a mental travel or a mental transformation from one attitude to another, or from um, one point of view to another. So there might be that you need to think of people a bit different, why they are acting the way they're doing. It's probably been a reason for that as well. And the third card is 9 of Swords, which is a bit of a downer. Like it's a 9 Swords is all about, this is a really headache. It's a lot of worries around this. So I think this will take some time before it kind of gets settled. But the first card was 7 of Pentacles, Astrid Kristin. So this means that whatever this heritage has, or this family matter, this wealth that lies in your family, if it's the wealth lies in actually money or in buildings or in a business, it will continue to grow with loving, caring, and that you kind of following it up. So don't let it it will not die out, whatever it has been built. Like money will keep growing and business will keep flourishing, and whatever buildings, or they will kind of just keep having a lot of value in them. But it is important here that you change the way you think about this, and it is important that you kind of release some old negative energy of this. And this does not mean that you need to accept whatever family members or friends has said or done to you, but you forgive them to release the energy so it doesn't hold you down. But like, if this justice prevails, I think it will be the business will keep flourishing, but it will, I think it will be it will maybe cost a bit for you. Like you will feel that this is a hard decision to do, but it will feel better in the end. So maybe you need to release a bit. So the cards, it's not a straight yes or no answer to this. Sometimes the cards don't come with that. But with the nine swords, it might mean that you feel a bit disappointed with the end result, but that might also has to have to do something with the way you are expecting things to get sold, or maybe you are having high standards to yourself and to others. So there might be like a mental shift that needs to happen. Okay, that's all I have to say. But with seven of pentacles as the first card, the main card, this means that whatever this wealth is, it will keep growing. So things um, will keep growing and keep giving wealth. So just be kind to yourself and others, and please see if you can kind of have a bit different outlook on people. Okay, on the people around in this matter. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I wish you the very best of luck with this matter. I feel in the whole of me that this is kind of like not infected, but it's been quite a challenge for a while. So be kind to yourself and others. Use the new moon now in Aries today on April the 1st to wish that this is already settled and all it's all been done in a really fair and harmonious way. Okay. Thank you so much for your questions. And please keep sending them to podcast@ragnarspiritualcorner.com, or just DM me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, or on the contact uh, form on my webpage. So I love to answer your questions, and I'll try to make some free tarot readings in every episode, and also answer some questions about spirituality and spiritual themes. I'll probably have some Q&As as well. So thank you for listening. The next episode will be next Friday, and then I'm going to talk about spiritual awakening and the different phases that we are going through when we're in the spiritual awakening, and having like a higher consciousness when we're in this spiritual development. And I'm looking really forward to that. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and have a magical Friday. Bye.